What's up, guys? Cole Tucker here with one of my partners, Zach Thomas. We've got the one and only Jay Blakley with us, 6-year senior, University of Tennessee, starting defensive lineman. Just want to welcome you in, guys. We got a big show and look forward to talking with Mr. Blakley here. Before we get into it, man, I just like to say, Mr. Blakley, great to have you on. In my opinion, the program direction that Heupel's got it going. 2 years, 3 years from now, when something happens, we look back to you guys, man. You've been there 6 years. What you dedicated to the University of Tennessee, man, can't be forgotten. Just 6 years of your life, man. It's unbelievable. I think 49 career games. You started 10. Heck of a career, and we look forward to ending it on a good bowl win too. So welcome in, Zach. You got anything to shoot towards Mr. Blakley's way and get started?
Yeah, man. Well, again, I just want to reiterate what Cole was saying. We really appreciate you jumping on. Cole touched on it, 6 years at the University of Tennessee, a 6-year college career. You kind of seen, multiple coaching staffs and everything like that. So, but from this past year, there's been a lot that's been happening on the field, a lot of good things happening. You guys on that defense led the country in tackles for loss. What do you kind of think, like, this year, what was different this year? What kind of turned the corner for you guys and elevated the play defensively?
I think the biggest thing that was different that I could see was just the mentality of everybody. Just everybody coming in and buying into the progress or the process and what Hype was trying to install within the defense, and him and Coach Banks, and what Coach Banks' philosophy was with his defense and how he wanted it ran and things of that nature. I feel like, hey, the guys just we locked in and we said we're going to take this ride and we're going to ride it out.
Great stuff, man. Obviously the program's trending up. The recruiting trail's getting hot in the portal, first year of the actual full off season of the portal, man. Let me ask you, obviously it's crazy, but how do you feel about it, dude? I mean, you've been at Tennessee for 6 years now, but how does that make you feel kind of on the back end going out, like how guys are going to treat this portal for years to come?
I mean, I just feel like I basically feel like sometimes, it's a curse that they opened the portal the way they did. But, at the end of the day, guys have the choice to do what they want to do and what they feel need to do. So, I feel like it's a good thing and a bad thing because you're giving the players power to do what they want to do. But
yeah, and I get it. I'm with you on that. Like Zach, I think you'll agree. Before NIL and all this stuff, players needed to be compensated with a stipend or something. It could have been a lot better than what it was. But as far as getting the education and getting to play at a brand like Tennessee or anywhere for that matter, big time Power 5 is a blessing in itself. But how does the NIL, what are some of the NIL deals that you've got going and stuff that you're comfortable talking about in public? What are some of the opportunities that came your way as far as that goes?
I've had a few NIL deals. I partnered with Pit Viper, the sunglasses brand. Been doing a few things with them. I just recently partnered with Boost Mobile. So
shout out Boost Mobile.
Yeah,
shout out to Boost Mobile. And it's actually been a blessing. Just my last year, I get to deal with the NIL deal, and it's kind of cool. Just getting me prepared for how to handle NIL deals come in the future, things like that. So, it's a real good blessing. Just to kind of help you open your eyes and get you started.
Yeah, you talk about, Zach, I'll let you follow up on after this. I just wanted to mention as far as, the portal and what you were saying on that part. I remember I'm a couple years older than you, Jay, but I guess Tyler Smith, Tennessee basketball, he was there, back in, 2010 through 12-ish. And I've seen a lot of football guys all over the country, in my time that they, had a sick family member across the country and was going to transfer back. And I saw them where they would rule them ineligible, at that time, but now it's everybody goes. So I guess it's better in some ways when it comes to that. And like you said, there's negative ways as well too, but it's an exciting time, obviously. Zach?
Yeah, well, to piggyback off that, Jay, I'm pretty interested because from your perspective, you know, you were with Tennessee for 5 years. And then this last offseason, there was another coaching change. And anytime there's a coaching change, especially the way everything happened, you're going to have players that are going to transfer. What was kind of like your reaction for a lot of these players that, you know, you worked with every day, you were friends with, like you went to school with, like you practiced with, you grinded with? Like, you know, what's kind of the reaction, and how do you handle seeing that happen? Because I mean, there was a lot of transfers for Tennessee this past offseason.
It was tough, just, seeing guys that, like you said, I've trained with, I've grinded with, I work hard with, just to like see them leave. But, everybody, like I said before, everybody has their own reason that they do things, and all the guys that left, I wish them the best, and I still follow them. I still talk to them to this day. It's just, Tennessee they didn't feel like Tennessee was the best fit for them at the time. And I can respect that, I mean, they're doing what they can do to what they feel better themselves. So I'm behind them and I back them 100%.
And you couldn't have said it any better. In my opinion, I share that same word for word. But, like I said in the beginning, what a shout out, especially the Tennessee guys, man, and every school that knows what, the time that you've given for the University of Tennessee. It's unbelievable. I can't even fathom that, man. 49 career games, dude. How does that feel to know that you got to lace it up for the Orange 49 times?
It's wild, man. It's wild.
Yeah.
Just, coming in, didn't think that it was going to be this long,
Right.
but it was a great journey, though. Great journey.
Well, I tell you, man, before we dive into a couple other topics, like I've said in the beginning, super grateful for you and your time and what you've done for the University of Tennessee, and excited to see your future, man. It's going to be a good one. But you got anything you'd like to share with us as far as your plans after the bowl game? I know we got to preview the game itself a little later on, but what are you going to do after the bowl game? I think you got your undergrad in sociology in the summer of 20,
right.
Correct?
Right.
So what are you planning as far as when the bowl game is in the rearview mirror? Are you going to dive in get ready for the NFL or what?
Yeah, after the bowl game, I'll start training and stuff for the draft and get things ready and get things going.
Dude, I tell you, I think a very attractive thing in my opinion, to scouts in the league with you is your motor. And that's something I noticed, especially as thin as our depth was up front this year, you guys that were in there consistently, you did a pretty dang good job. It was unbelievable the depth that we had, but there was no excuses, man. The scheme, you guys bought into the system and the hype with Coach Heupel, and it worked out. But Zach, what are you thinking on that, man?
Yeah, just in terms of, I mean, you've got one more game left as of all, the Music City Bowl. It's a big bowl game, going to be a big crowd. There's been a lot of moments throughout the years and during your tenure where there's been a lot of big games that's happened. For you, what is your favorite moment as a Vol? What is your favorite moment just as a player? And it doesn't even have to be game related. It could be something in practice or whatever.
Geez, that's a hard question because
I'm sorry.
me being here so long, I've met a lot of people, had a lot of good memories here. But I can say nothing will ever beat the Kentucky stop that I got in Kentucky.
Yes.
Clutch.
That was a pretty good feeling.
Absolutely.
That will always stick with me.
You didn't have to buy beer in Knoxville for 6 months after that.
No, you didn't, did you? We thought about it, man. I was trying to get Blakley on with us, Zach, at the live show we did. I don't know if you got to see any of it. We set up at Mel Mustard, man, had a live show beforehand, but obviously you were with the team, but we definitely wanted to try to catch up when we were up there for that.
Jeez.
Well, man, I can't thank you enough for jumping on with us. It's been
no problem, my God.
It's been a great, few years. Well, it's been a great year. I'll say that, just in terms of seeing how the team has progressed, specifically with the defense and the defensive line. before I go, I do have to ask, like, any good like Rodney Garner stories? Like, you know, it's kind of, the dude is kind of like a legend, right? Like
he is. He is. I guess, you know, one story that always gets me is when Coach Gardner came in, you know, he was introducing himself and, you know, his style of coaching and the way he runs things. And one thing he said, he was like, I run my room as a beloved dictatorship. So, you know, we're kind of sitting there like, well, those two things kind of don't really go together. And he goes, I love you to death. And I'll do anything for you, but it's going to be my way or no way.
Yeah.
And that's kind of still true to this day. It's either his way or no way.
Good stuff, man. Look, man, we appreciate you coming on. We don't want to take up any more of your time, man. We appreciate the time that you did give us, dude. We look forward to maybe getting together in the future. I think Zach and I think Riggs will be at the bowl game, so we'll be out there doing some stuff.
Definitely.
But we'll shout us. We'll send it to your social. Remember, guys, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We've got some name changes and stuff coming up in the future with some partnership coming up, and look forward to doing that. But we appreciate you, Blakley, coming on, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Definitely appreciate you guys as well. No problem.